Most people recognize the Zero fighter, but few realize that during World War II, Japan built and flew more than 100 different aircraft. From agile dogfighters to massive flying boats, rocket-powered interceptors, and even early jet aircraft. Today, you'll see the full picture. This is every major Japanese aircraft used in World War II. Japan was different from every other major power. It did not have one air force, it had two: the Imperial Japanese Naval Air Service and the Imperial Japanese Army Air Service. They designed aircraft separately, they trained pilots separately, and often they competed rather than cooperated. This rivalry shaped everything Japan flew. The most famous Japanese aircraft was the Mitsubishi A6M Zero. When it entered service in 1940, it shocked the world. The Zero could fly farther than any carrier fighter. It could outturn almost anything it faced, and it carried powerful cannons. Early in the war, Allied pilots feared it. But that performance came at a cost. The Zero had no armor, no self-sealing fuel tanks, and little protection for the pilot. As Allied aircraft improved, those weaknesses became deadly. Still, the Zero remained in service until the final days of the war, often used in kamikaze attacks. Before the Zero came the Mitsubishi A5M. After it came faster, more powerful interceptors. The Mitsubishi J4M Raiden was designed to stop American bombers. The Kawanishi N1K Shiden became one of Japan's best late-war fighters. The Nakajima A7M was meant to replace the Zero, but arrived too late to change the war. Japan's Navy relied heavily on carrier bombers. The Aichi D3A, known as VAL, sank more Allied ships than any other Axis aircraft. Torpedo bombers like the Nakajima B5N Kate led the attack on Pearl Harbor. Later aircraft, such as the B6N Jill and the Aichi B7A Ryusei, represented the peak of Japanese carrier aviation. Japan also flew long-range land-based bombers: the Mitsubishi G3M, the Mitsubishi G4M. They could strike targets hundreds of miles away, but they sacrificed protection to do it. Allied pilots gave the G4M a nickname. They called it the Flying Lighter. Japan dominated one area of aviation: seaplanes. Float planes like the Aichi E-13A operated from ships and remote islands, and massive flying boats like the Kawanishi H-8K were heavily armed, long-ranged, and respected even by Allied forces. While the Navy focused on carriers, the Army focused on land combat. Early fighters like the Nakajima K-27 and K-43 were extremely agile but lightly built. Mid-war fighters like the Kawasaki K-61 used liquid-cooled engines and heavier weapons. Late-war designs, such as the Nakajima Ki-84 and Kawasaki K-100, were among the best Japanese fighters of the entire war. Army bombers supported ground forces across Asia. Aircraft like the Mitsubishi K-21, Nakajima K-49, and Mitsubishi K-67 formed the backbone of Army bombing operations. Speed became critical late in the war. Reconnaissance aircraft like the Mitsubishi K-46 were so fast they often escaped interception. The Navy's C-6N Saiun was among the fastest piston-engine aircraft ever built. By 1944, Japan began using special attack weapons. The Yokosuka Oka was a rocket-powered bomb piloted directly into enemy ships. By the final months of the war, almost any aircraft could be used in kamikaze missions. At the very end, Japan reached the jet age. The Nakajima Kika became Japan's first jet aircraft. The Mitsubishi J8M Shusui was a rocket interceptor based on German designs. Only a few ever flew.
but they showed how far technology had advanced. By 1945, Japan had built over 100 aircraft types. Some were innovative, some were desperate. All were shaped by limited resources, internal rivalry, and a nation running out of time. The aircraft of World War II Japan remain one of the most fascinating chapters in aviation history.